They say every school has a room that shouldn't exist. At St. Briar High, that room was classroom 3 billion, a room that stayed locked for 12 years. No one remembered why until the night Ethan decided to break inside. By morning, the school had one less student and one more voice whispering behind that locked door. I'm giving it in narration-ready format. Just read it exactly as written. Ethan was never the type who believed in ghost stories. People said the old building of St. Briar High was haunted, that strange noises came from empty hallways, that lights flickered even when the power was stable, and that sometimes you could hear someone breathing behind you. He always laughed at it, until one Tuesday evening when he stayed late for extra credit and noticed a janitor rushing past him, pale and trembling. Ethan asked what happened, but the janitor only whispered, "Don't go near classroom 3 billion, don't even look at the door." Ethan had never even heard of that classroom, but that night he found out why. On the second floor, past a hallway that always smelled like old paper, Ethan noticed a door he had never seen before. The plaque read, 3 billion, the lights above it flickered in a rhythmic pattern almost like breathing. The door was sealed with a heavy metal lock, way more industrial than any school door needed. Ethan touched the doorknob. It was ice cold. The moment his fingers brushed the metal, he heard it, a faint sound from inside the locked room. Knocking, slow, deliberate, not asking to be let out. Asking to be let in. Ethan pulled his hand back, but curiosity that killed everything. Ethan returned the next day with a copied janitor key he borrowed. The hallway was silent, too silent. When he inserted the key into the lock, something on the other side shifted, as if whatever was inside had been waiting for him. The lock clicked open, the door creaked. A cold, heavy air spilled into the hallway, the kind of cold that felt intentional. Inside, the classroom was frozen in time, desks covered in dust. Chairs turned toward the blackboard, a single overhead projector flickering with static, and on the chalkboard, written in fresh white chalk, "I told you not to come back." Ethan had never been here before, so who wrote that? Before he could react, the door slammed shut behind him, automatically. Ethan ran to the door, but the lock had sealed itself from the outside. He was trapped. The room began to feel smaller, tighter, as if the walls were breathing. Then he saw something impossible. Every desk had a name carved into it. One name repeated over and over. Ethan, not just carved, scratched deeply, as if someone had been clawing it for years. On the ceiling, he saw long fingernail marks like someone had tried to climb out. Then the projector flickered and displayed an image, a photograph. A classroom photo, every student smiling except one, a boy in the back row. Eyes completely black, head slightly tilted, staring directly at Ethan through the screen. The room began whispering, children's voices overlapping. Ethan stumbled backward as the air thickened. In the corner, papers began flipping, scattering until one landed at his feet. It was a newspaper clipping. Student found dead in locked classroom, case never solved. The picture was the same boy from the projector. Name: Ethan Ward. Ethan froze. That was his full name. But the article was dated 12 years before he was even born. Suddenly, the projector shut off. The whispers stopped. The desks rearranged themselves, scraping loudly, twisting into a shape, rows facing the back wall, like a class preparing to watch something. Ethan turned slowly, and on the back wall, written in dripping red chalk, "Welcome back." The room plunged into darkness except for a faint glow near the teacher's desk. A silhouette stood there, tall, thin, head tilted just like the boy in the picture. It took one slow step forward, then another. The whispering returned, sharper, overlapping Ethan's name again and again. "Ethan, Ethan, Ethan." The figure reached out with a long, bony hand. Ethan grabbed the door handle with everything he had, twisted it, slammed his shoulder into the door. One final scream and the door burst open. He fell into the hallway as the door slammed shut behind him. Locked, silent, as if nothing had happened. The next morning, the principal found Ethan unconscious in the hallway. When he woke up, they questioned him. He told them everything. They didn't believe a word, but then the janitor stepped forward. "I warned you," he said quietly. "No student who enters 3 billion ever comes back the same." Ethan was expelled for breaking school property. But that wasn't what scared him. What scared him was this. When he checked his phone's gallery that night, there was a new photo, a classroom photo, same one the projector showed. But now, Ethan was in the back row, eyes black, head tilted, smiling. And behind him, a new student desk appeared in the locked classroom with a freshly carved name. Ethan Ward returned.